Magandang tanghali po, Mr. President. Can you give us an update po sa Philippine banana exports to China?
Sorry.
Yung isang figure na pinakita sa akin, about 200 plus containers were accepted and parang double that number were rejected. Para paliwanag ng gusto, meron mga nagso-shortcut ng processes natin pag-export, yung bang dadaanan ng inspection din natin. Shortcut meaning hindi sila dumaan do sa ating inspection processes. Dumating doon at hindi nga papasa dito. Parang siguro dapat makita rin naman natin China. May karapatan rin naman pangalagaan yung kanilang mga consumers. No? So we are tightening up the processes here to ensure that what we export is of the right quality as contracted.
Okay. Joey Dalompiris, Mindanao Times.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Sir, ano pong estado ngayon ng bagong executive order para sa pagmimina? And how will you strike the balance between environment protection and economic gains?
Well, dinanaw ko kahapon to, no? Yung marami ng pag-uusap, may consultations na ginawa. Meron lang akong mga pina-fine-tune, no? Na may mga provisions, for instance, sa palagi ko superfluous. No? For instance, meron sa carp at sa carper, bawal yung ikino-convert yung irrigated land. So nakalagay kasi doon may provision na mining cannot happen on prime agricultural land. So I asked our lawyers, sabi ko, kailan pa ba natin ilagay ito? Klaro na may batas na gano'n. Do we have to reiterate? Baka naman mapagtawanan pa tayo yung obvious na ginagawa pa natin. So yung fine-tuning na gano'ng aspect is one. Second, pinatingnan ko rin yung sa sharing. No? Ano ba, do we need legislation to effect a better return for the state? Kasi presently, it's about 2% kung tama tanda ko. No? Tapos total, all taxes involved will not even reach 10% of what they're making from the extraction of our resources. Hindi naman yata fair yun. Now we get less than 10% but we get 100% in case there's a problem. No, so yung basis to impose higher fees or parang royalties etc. is being also fleshed out better. Yung endpoint ito, pinangako sa akin Executive Secretary that if I'm not mistaken, by Friday they will have answers to the last questions that I imposed. No? And how do you balance? Merong 78, if I'm not mistaken, please don't hold me to it, no? Pero roughly around that number are designated areas where they will be reserved for tourism and yung mining cannot happen there. Merong mga, medyo nandun sa guidelines exactly. Pati yung small scale, no? We will, parang mas mare-regiment, yung mas mare-regulate, pati na yung small scale kasi magde-declare ng mga minahan ng bayang areas na doon lang pwede for gold, silver, and chromite na naalala ko doon sa binasa ko kahapon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you. Christina Avendaño, Inquirer.
I'm sorry, dagdag ko na. Siyempre yung mga ban on mercury, etc. they use. Sorry, hindi ko dala yung copy ako ngayon at ipa-fight yun. Hopefully before Friday, may labas na to. Christine.
Hi, sir. Sir, are we redeploying our vessels in Panatag Shoal, sir?
Well, yung tingnan muna natin, no? Yung as soon as the weather clears, we will have a flight that will determine whether or not there is still a need. Now, if there is a presence in our territorial waters, then we will redeploy. But if there is no other presence of other vessels that might impinge on our sovereignty, there's no need to deploy and they can go back to their normal routine of safeguarding, yung Coast Guard, for instance, our coastlines from nasa ano na tayo ngayon, di ba? Sa wet season.
Mm-hmm. But have we clarified with China that, that they're gonna leave the area?
Well, yung picture nyo kahapon, lumana palang picture yun. Tataka ako bakit clear weather sa kanila. Nire-report sa akin bad weather. No? Okay. So, but I think there have been some statements to that effect from the Chinese side. No? Basta ang endpoint nito, is there a need for our vessels to be there? That will be determined by the overflight to determine if there are parang things that we should be guarding. If there are none, then we can go. We don't have to go back.
Okay, but can we have a permanent presence there, sir, dun sa area? If
physically that's impossible.
I mean, putting vessels there, sir.
That's why we had to order them back. There was danger to the BIFAR vessel. Mm-hmm. No, and it's the report by the commandant of the Coast Guard was difficult for anybody. Pag rainy season, inside the shoal, that's where fishermen will shelter pag talaga adverse yung conditions. So the same, yung Coast Guard vessel has a draft, yung lalim na kailangan na tubig, na hindi siya makakapasok within the shoal. So how do you position somebody pag very rough seas?
So, ngayon, it's not, may standoff pa rin if ever. I mean,
I
it's
have
not,
to give you a categorical answer, but I'm still awaiting the data from the overflight.
kailan na mag-fly na ba, sir? Hindi pa.
Daily kahapon dapat nakalipad, pero yung kung tama tanda ko, was not able to secure clearance, meaning hindi inauthorize because of the prevailing weather conditions there.
So,
Tsaka kung wala ka rin makikita, pointless.
wala pa rin, sir, yung re-evaluation with Secretary Del Rosario because, di ba, you're gonna...
No. The guidelines are very, very clear, no? Pag meron pang vessels doon, na not ours, in our waters, we send back our ships. The only thing that when you say re-evaluate is, dumating, nag-overfly yung ating aircraft, may nakita, wala. Kung wala nakita, no? Anong need para padala doon? Ganun kasimple yun.
Sir, one last na lang, may kahabala. Will the government review yung parang the construction of a seaport sa Zambales because, di ba, the Supreme Court issued a writ of kalikasan against DNR and
You caught me unaware, sir. I'll have to check on the details. Seaport sa Zambales. I'm sorry, I have no data on that.
okay.
Tuesday nyo, DCWB.
Pakinig sa kain. Seaport sa Zambales.
Hi, sir. Sir, in the case of the Jordanian journalist Bakir Atyani, how is the government treating the situation, sir? And what does the government intend to do with it? Or how do you address the situation?
Ongoing, yeah. Excuse me. Ongoing yung issue dyan. Medyo merong, parang pa ipapaliwanag yun. Di ba, ang umabot sa akin report, nag-commit siya na hindi na sila lalabas, magpapahinga na, nagpapasundo kinabukasan ng tanghali, at nung pagkatapos sinabi doon sa mga tumutulong sa magbantay sa kanilang kasiguraduhan, nilayasan. Medyo yung kailangan ipaliwanag niya, ano ba ito pinagagawa mo? Bakit ka nakikipag-deal sa, in a sense, let me just be clear, no? Why are you in touch with a terrorist force in the country, no? And you purposely misled yung government authorities who were trying to secure you. That has to be addressed. But of course, yung safety, especially of his crew, no? Na might have been by force of their employment, put into the situation na uncertain, also has to be, but we have to make sure that they are all safe. But at the end of the day, this guy has to actually parang address the issues of why he has put so many people in danger and put the country's reputation also in danger. Now, he has not behaved as a guest of the country should, seemingly, no? But of course, we will wait for the proper investigation.
Yes, sir. Follow up lang po. A while ago, Secretary Robredo said that he will recommend banning the journalist pagka nag-surface na po siya. Will you support this recommendation, sir?
Palagi ko, doon patungo yun, pero gusto ko naman daanan yung proseso. Bigyan sa pagkakataon makasagot.
Thank you, sir.
Last question from Inandolong, Solar News.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, have you already spoken to Commissioner Henares and Justice Secretary De Lima about their nominations sa
No.
chief? Sir, how are you finding the list of nominees now? Parang umabot po ng 40, a mix of academies, justices, lawyers, and extend pa po yung deadline.
Pero at the end of the day, kung ano yung sasubmit sa akin ng JBC, yun lang yung universe ko. They're still deliberating, so they haven't submitted anything to me. So I don't think it would profit anybody if I were to go to everybody who applied.
Sir, are there truth to reports that Senator Lacson is being eyed as the next anti-crime czar?
We haven't talked in a long while.
Pero sir, satisfied naman po kayo sa performance ni E.S. Ochoa as yung head ng as anti-crime czar ngayon?
Yes, and I think the PNP statistics will show that when you compare, in the last time I looked at it, and the last time it was presented to me, you compare 2009 to 2011, parang for a lot of indices except yung tandem, yung incidents involving tandem riding motorcycle criminals, parang halos lahat buwaba by more than 50%. No? Tapos, so, in 2 years time, buwaba na 50%. So I was challenging them. So another 2 years, so baka another year, baka tapos na yung remaining 50%. No? And that seems to be happening also.
Sir, last na lang po. Sir, how about yung reports na posible pong palitan ni Energy Secretary Almendras or take over the PMS?
Wait until I make the announcement.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Basta at the end of the day, no, parang don't forget that a lot of the people who have joined me in the cabinet are people who gave up very lucrative jobs with very, di ba, parang infinitesimal hassles in the private sector. Dito, di ba, para bang bibigyan ka na ng kaparanggot na sweldo, lahat ng kritisismo, at hindi ka, minsan naapektuhan pati yung mga anak. No, nung mga anak, meaning grade school, na hindi na rin, parang ano bang pakinabang nila doon except love of country. So, you at any point in time when they say that they want to go back to where they were, no, obviously I'll say thank you to them, but I will also endeavor to keep the ones who have been performing within the cabinet. But it has to be a realistic expectation that a lot of them, no, really have a lot of potentials with a lot less hassles.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.